Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel SK Solutions. My name is Deepthi Madhuri and I am a Tally trainer. In previous video we had deal with an activity relating to accounting vouchers, right? Today in this video we are going to deal with a new topic, that is cost center and cost categories, and how to record the transactions by using cost center and cost categories in Tally Prime with an example. So let's get started. What is cost category? Here, cost categories are useful for organizations that require allocation of revenue and non-revenue items to parallel set of cost centers. Yes, in an organization there are different categories, right? Example, office staff is one of the category, laborers and executives, project management. There are some different categories. And this cost category is used by using this cost category, we can simply assigning amounts to them, and it enable you to track and analyze cost incurred for specific categories. Okay, for example, let me take office staff is a category, and for office staff we need to allocate expenses as salary. We need to assign salary as cost to office staff. And in this way, we can classify the cost into specific categories for better cost management. To get better cost management, this cost category is used to allocate the cost for particular category in an organization. Okay, this is nothing but cost category. And coming to cost center, yes, a cost center is nothing but a separate department within a business to which cost can be allocated. Yes, cost center is a part of cost category. Earlier we take an example as office staff, right? Now we can also take same example, office staff. Office staff is a cost category, and employees of the organization comes under office staff category, and these employees nothing but cost center. Okay, we need to allocate the cost to particular cost category, and in that cost category, there are different cost centers. Employees nothing but cost centers. We need to pay salary to these employees. That is nothing but cost category. Okay. And coming to laborers, there are the persons who comes under labor category. We need to assign wages to that labor category for those whom comes under labor category. This is nothing but cost center. Okay. So let us learn with the example here. Here, departments, executives, projects, and office staff. This is all nothing but cost categories. Departments is a cost category, executives, project, and office staff. These are the some of the cost category in an organization. Under departments categories, marketing department, manufacturing department, and finance department. These are the cost centers relating to the departments category. Okay. I think now you can understand. And coming to executive category, salesman A, salesman B, and salesman C. These are the cost centers relating to executives category. And coming to project category, airport construction, road construction, and buildings. These are the cost centers that comes under project category. And coming to office staff category, these are the employees that comes under office staff category. Okay, these are the some of the category, and we need to assign the cost for each category, and that cost has been distributed among these cost centers. Okay, in this way we need to identify and track cost associated with a particular area of the business. So let us learn with an example, practical example. Here this is the example. These are cost categories relating to the organization, and in each cost category have cost centers. Okay, and this is the transactions based on the above cost categories and cost centers. Okay, so enter into TallyPrime app and create a company. Yes, Nandu Private Limited, Vishakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh. Now in F11 features, See. Now in affluent features, you need to enable one feature. Under accounting feature, you need to enable cost center. Here, enable cost centers. Then only you can access cost centers and cost categories. Here type S, then press Ctrl A to save it. Now under gateway of Tally, go to create, and by clicking show more, the cost category and cost center appears on the screen. First we need to create cost category. Then only we can able to create cost center. Because cost center comes under cost category, right? First we need to create cost category. Yes, create new. The first category is managers. Managers. Then press Ctrl A to save it. Next, office staff. Next, salesman. Next, labor. These are all cost categories, okay? Telephone. Next, cell phones. Branches. Next, factory units. Yes. Now let us create each cost center that comes under different cost category. Go to cost center, and first of all you need to select the category under which this cost center comes. Okay. First, managers, right? Give managers under cost category column and enter each name, each cost center. HRM. Next, DRM. It also comes under managers category. DRM, ARM, HCM, and PRM. That's it. Under next category is office staff. Now go to categories, then press space to access list of categories and select office staff. Under office staff, Girija. Next, Shiva. Next, Shirisha. Radha and Nitya. And the next category is salesman. And again press this space to access list of categories and select salesman and enter each cost center. Ramesh, Suresh, next Manjur, next Prasad and Pavan. And the next category is labor. Select labor and Shivaji, Sarna, Ramu and Krishna. And the next category is telephones. Yes. Enter each telephone number. Next, cell phones. You can also copy the number and paste here, but I'm unable to copy and paste. So I'm typing like this. And the next. That's it. And the next category is branches. Select branches and enter its cost center, NAD, GPD, MVP, ZPH, and AKP. And the next category is factory units, right? Select factory units, Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4, and Unit 5. That's it. That's it. This is how you need to create cost categories and cost center under the category which the cost center comes. Okay. You need to enter these cost center correctly under particular cost center. Okay. Then come back and there is opening balance to cash and bank balance also, right? Go to create a bank account. Take HDFC Bank, that comes under bank account, and the opening balance is 25 lakhs, right? Next, go to alter ledger and go to cash and give the opening balance. How much? 10 lakhs. That's it. Now coming to the transactions relating to cost category and cost centers. Here, salary paid to office staff. We are paying salary to office staff, right? We are assigning the cost to office staff category. Okay. First of all, you need to create salary ledger account. Okay. Salaries, and that comes under indirect expenses because you are paying salaries, right? How much? 15,000 each. You are paying 15,000 each cost center. Coming to office staff, here you are paying to office staff, right? Office staff category. Under office staff category, there are 5 cost centers, nothing but Girija, Shiva, Shirisha, Radha, and Nitya. So 15,000 each means each cost center was paying 15,000. So press Ctrl plus N to access calculator and calculate 15,000 into 5. There are 5 cost centers under office staff, right? And give 75,000 here. The total amount that you are assigning to office staff category is nothing but 75,000. By pressing enter, the cost allocation screen appears on the screen. In that, by pressing this space, the list of categories appear on the screen. Okay, in that you need to select office staff because you are assigning salaries to office staff category, right? In that, again press this space and give the one by one cost center and give 15,000 each because you are assigning 15,000 each. Next. In the log view. Then press Ctrl A to save it. See, this is how the cost has been allocated to particular cost category under different cost centers. Okay. Then credit cash account as we are making payment through cash. Okay. This is how you need to enter. Then press Ctrl A to save it. And the next transaction is wages paid to laborers. Here you are assigning the wages as a cost to labor category, right? 15,000 equally. How many cost centers are comes under labor category is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 members are there under labor category. Okay. Here you are assigning 15,000 equally among the 5 members. First of all, you need to create wages account as you are paying wages, right? Direct expenses, and you need to debit 15,000 here because this 15,000 has equally distributed among the 5 members. First go to calculator and divide 15,000 divided by 5. How much? 3,000 each. Okay. Then here select labor. Under labor category, each get 3,000 rupees. Sharma 3,000. And finally Shivaji 3,000. Then press Ctrl A to save it. And credit cash account as you are making payment through cash. Okay. Next, paid salaries to salesman. Here you are again paying salaries to salesman. Salesman category. 12,000 each. Each means each cost center getting 12,000. Under salesman salary, salesman, how many members are there? Ramesh, Suresh, Manju, Prasad, and Pawan. There are totally 5 members under salesman category. Each was paying 12,000. Okay. Again, you need to debit salaries account. You need to calculate. Go to calculator. 12,000 into 5. How much? Total 60,000. Means total amount is 60,000 that you are assigning to salesman category. Select salesman here and give 12,000 to each member. Like this, then press Ctrl to save it. Yes, here you are also making payment through cash and credit cash account. And the next transaction is telephone charges paid through check 1800 each. Here you are paying telephone charges to telephone categories. Okay. How much? 1800 each. First of all, you need to create telephone charges ledger that comes under indirect expenses. How much? 1800 each. And how many cost centers that comes under telephone category? 4. So you need to calculate 1800 into 4. How much? Total 7,200. Give 7,200 here. And here you need to select telephone category. And assign 1800 to each telephone. Like this, then press Ctrl S and credit here. Telephone charges paid through check. You are making payment through check, right? So you need to credit HDFC bank account. Next, cell phone charges paid 4,800 equally. So first of all, you need to create a ledger. Cell phone charges that comes under indirect expenses. 4,800 equally. Equally means you are distributing these 4,800 equally among the cost centers. So give 4,800 here. Here you need to select yes, cell phone category. Here you need to select cell phone category. How many cost centers are there under cell phone category? 5. 5 numbers are there under cell phone category. First go to calculator. 4,800 divided by 5. And how much? Each was assigned 960. Each number, enter each number and give 960 rupees. Like this, then press Ctrl A to save it. And you are paying through cash and credit cash account. And the next transaction is maintenance charges paid for branches. Here you are assigning maintenance charges cost to branch category, right? So you need to create ledger account maintenance charges. That comes under indirect expenses. No, direct expenses. Because maintenance charges are mostly incurred on factories. How much? 10,000 each. So how many cost centers comes under cost categories? 5. 5 cost center comes under branch category. So here 10,000 each means total 50,000, right? And you need to select branches here and give 10,000 to each cost center. Like this. And credit, yes, you are making payment through cash. Then press Ctrl A to save it. Next, factory units rent paid. You are allocating the rent cost on factory units category 12,000 each. Okay, you need to create rent ledger account. You are paying rent on factory, right? Yes, you are paying rent on factory. So it is direct expenses only because on factory you are paying rent. How much? 12,000 each. So the cost center, how many cost centers are there under factory category? 5. 5 units are there under factory category. So go to calculator, 12,000 into 5. How much? 60,000. Give 60,000 here. In that select factory units. Each unit assign 12,000 rupees. Then press Ctrl A to save it. Yes, it is also cash payment. Next, petrol allowance paid to salesman. Here you need to create petrol allowance. It's nothing but indirect expenses. How much? 3,500 each. So there are 5 members are there under salesman category and you are paying 3,500 each. So 3,500 into 5. Total 17,500. Here select salesman and assign 3,500 to each member. Like this. And credit, yes, you are making payment through cash. Credit cash. Next, traveling charges paid to office staff. So you need to create traveling charges ledger account. That comes under indirect expenses and the total amount is 1,200 each. How many members are there under office staff category? 5 members, right? So you are paying 1,200 each. Calculate 1,200 into 5 and the total amount is 6,000, right? Give 6,000 here and under office staff assign 1,200 to each member. And Ctrl A to save it and credit cash account. Advances given to office staff. Here you are paying advances to office staff category. So you need to create advances account. Yes, advances comes under loans and advance asset. But here you are paying advances, right? So take it as indirect expenses. Then press Ctrl A to save it. How much? 5,000 equally. So the total amount is 5,000 because equally, right? Advances paying to office staff. It is also office staff. Select office staff. 5,000 equally means total 5 members are there under office staff category, right? So 5,000 divided by 5, nothing but 1,000 each. Sorry. And assign 1,000 among the members. Like this. And this is also cash payment. Next, bonus paid to factory laborers. And you need to create bonus account. That also comes under indirect expenses as you are paying, right? The total amount is 6,000 equally. And the total amount is 6,000. Bonus paid to factory laborers. Nothing but factory units. Yes, bonus paid to factory laborers, nothing but laborers. Laborers works under factory, right? So for laborers you are paying bonus 6,000 equally. How many members are comes under labor category? 5 members are there under labor category. You need to divide 6,000 divided by 5 and the total amount is 1200. So each has been assigned 1200. Give 1200 to each member and credit cash account as you are making payment through cash. Next, sales through sales executive. You are selling, right? It is cash is coming in. You are making sales through sales executive category, right? So go to receipt to voucher. You need to credit sales account. So create sales account. Yes, under sales account. And the amount is 2 lakhs each. So how many cost centers are there under sales category? Right, sales executive is nothing but salesman. Here salesman 5 members. Means 2 lakhs each. 2 lakhs into 5 nothing but 10 lakhs, right? And select salesman and assign 2 lakhs to each member. Like this. And debit cash account as cash is coming in because you are selling, right, through salesman category. Next, general expenses paid for branches. You need to create general expenses as it is payment. You go to payment voucher, general expenses, indirect expenses, and the total amount is 12,000. Equally means 12,000 is the total amount. To whom you are paying? To branch category. 12,000 equally. How many cost centers are there under branch category? 5. So 12,000 divided by 5. And the amount is 2,400 each. 2,400. Then press control and it is also cash payment. Next, factory units power charges paid. Yes, power charges has been paid to factory units category. You need to create power charges that comes under indirect, yes, direct expenses because these power charges are incurring on factory, right? That is nothing but direct expenses. And the total amount is here 15,000 each. And there are 5 cost centers under factory units. So 15,000 into 5. Nothing but 75,000, right? 75,000. Select factory units and assign 15,000 to each unit. Like this. And it is also cash payment, right? Next, cash purchases through managers. Here you are purchasing means it is payment, right? You are purchasing through managers category. And you need to create purchase ledger account. that comes under purchase account. And the total amount is 5 lakhs equally means 5 lakhs is the total amount. Yes, give managers equally means how many category, how many centers are there under manager categories? 5 cost centers are there under managers category. So each has been assigned 1 lakh, right? Yes. And credit cash account as cash is going out. Okay. Next, paid gas coal charges to factory units. Yes. Again, you need to create gas coal charges that comes under direct expenses as these charges are incurring on factory, right? And the total amount is, yes, 5,500 each. 5,500 each means there are 5 cost centers under factory units, right? So 5,500 into 5 and the total amount is 27,500. And here select factory units and assign 5,500 to each unit. Like this. Then press Ctrl A and credit cash account as cash is going out. Next, repair charges paid for branches. So, you need to create repair charges account that comes under indirect expenses. And the total amount is 5,000 each. There are, yes, 5 cost centers under branch category. And you are paying 5,000 each here. 5,000 each. 5,000 into 5, nothing but 25,000. You are paying through branches, right? Give 5,000 to each. Yes, and credit cash account as you are making payment through cash. Next, paid daily expenses to sales executive. 600 equally. So you need to create daily expenses ledger account, indirect expenses. 600 equally. Okay. And the total amount is 600. Salesman, right? Sales executive, nothing but salesman. How many cost centers are there under sales executive salesman? 5. 600 equally means 600 divided by 5 and the amount is 120 each. Assign 120 to each member. And credit cash account. Next, service income from branches. Here you are receiving income from branches category. So it is receipt to us, right? Go to receipt to voucher and create service income ledger account. That comes under indirect income. And the total amount is 6,000 each. There are 5 cost centers under branch category. So 6,000 into 5 nothing but 30,000. And select branch here and give 60,000, 6,000 to each. And you are receiving cash, right? And debit cash account. Next, sales on cash through branches. Yes, you are selling goods through branch category, right? It is receipt to us. So credit sales account, how much, and the total amount is 70,000. Equally means 70,000 is the total amount. And the category is branches. You are selling through branch category, right? 70,000 equally means you need to calculate 70,000 divided by 5 and 14,000 each. And debit cash account as cash is coming in. Yes, next transaction is electrical charges paid for branches. So it is payment, right? Go to payment voucher and create electricity charges under indirect expenses, and the total amount is 1500 each. Means 1500 into 5 because there are 5 cost centers are there under branch category, right? 7500, and select branches and assign 1500 to each branch. And credit cash account. Next, clearing charges paid for factory units. Here you are paying clearing charges to factory units. So create clearing charges ledger account under direct expenses because these charges are incurring on factory, right? And the amount is 8,000 because 8,000 equal is nothing but the total amount is 8,000, and 8,000 divided by 5. How much? 1,600 each. Assign 1,600 to each factory unit. And credit cash account. Next, uniform charges given to labor. So you need to create uniform charges that comes under direct expenses. And the total amount is 3,500 equally means the total amount is 3,500. Here select labor. 3,500 equally. There are 5 labor under labor category. So 3,500 divided by 5 and 700 each. Assign 700 to each labor. Okay, and credit cash account as cash is going up. That's it. This is how you need to allocate the cost to particular cost center based on cost categories. By using these cost categories and cost center, you can easily assign cost and you can also manage cost management without any errors. Now go to display more reports, statement of accounts, and go to cost centers, category summary. And you can view the summary of each cost center, cost category. Under branches, here debit and credit and the closing balance. And cell phones means how much cost you has been assigned to particular category. Okay. Next, salesman, telephone, that's it. Okay. That's it. Thanks for watching. If you want to receive more updates on Tally Prime accounting and related topics, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell to receive latest updates.